Hi Leo, hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to your general messages for the 17th to the 24th. And we're going to be heading your career as well as love. We're going to start with love. Guys, thank you so much for your well wishes and your condolences regarding the passing of my father. I really appreciate it. It was only 10 days after my mother-in-law. It's been a very crazy time. So thank you so much for your patience. I haven't been able to load in a couple of weeks. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie, and before we get started, if you are not already a member of our community, please consider hitting that subscribe button and like and share if you would. I'd appreciate it very much. And let's get into discussing your messages for the Taurus season. Okay, we have this April 19th. Mercury is entering Taurus. Thinker, and we have Mercury, we have the Sun also entering Taurus on the same day. So Leo, for you guys, this is happening in your 10th house of career, public reputation, and standing in the world. So you're going to be doing a lot of thinking about what it is that you want to do. Look at this. Those two came out for somebody else. Okay. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking about what it is that you want out of life in general, right? Because the 10th house is, again, it's not only career, it's your public reputation, it's your standing in the world. What do you really want to do? You're going to be thinking things through very thoroughly. Sun entering Taurus brings us into a space where we're focusing on what we value. Our thinking is very common sense, very solid, very grounded. It really is. It's great. Taurus is loyal, right, to anything or anyone that values longevity and groundedness. Now, the shadow side of Taurus, I do want to say, is possessiveness and being a little like stubborn, right? A little bullheaded. So you want to be careful of that, having to do with that 10th house of career. Okay, and then on the 23rd, we have Mars entering Cancer. And for you guys, it's going to be happening in your 12th house of the subconscious. So you're really going to be very focusing on being in sync with your emotions, right? 12th house is a water energy. It's Pisces, right? So you're going to be really focused on being in sync with your emotions. You're going to feel very protective of your security, your family, your home, and what does all of that mean to you? And a lot of you may be in a space right now where you're feeling like certain experiences in your life have ended up compromising your ability to feel very grounded, rooted, safe, and secure in your life, whether it's in your home or your metaphorical home space, right? Just within your life in general. That could be either because of relationship, because of some unfortunate turn of events having to do with work, you know, your career or business opportunity, anything like that. So you're just going to be very aware of that right now during Taurus season. But it is a very grounded energy. It really is. I don't know what else is in your chart. You're more than Leo, but that's how Taurus is going to be impacting you. So having to do with relationship, to have the thinker and chop wood together is pretty important to me, because this tells me that you're going to be in this space where you're going to be doing a lot of thinking. Of course you are, because you have Mars is going to be in your 12th house in Cancer, right? So it's going to be a lot of thinking about what it is that you want. What do you feel at home in? What is necessary for you to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure? There can be an element, though, you want to watch yourself, though, Leo, of getting into this situation where you feel like, only because it's 12th house, in 12th house, we can tend to feel martyred. We could tend to feel victimized in that 12th house. And with Cancer in there, it's like somebody feeling very suspicious of, not even suspicious, but just being very hurt by somebody who challenged your ability to feel safe and secure, and you're feeling victimized or sort of martyred, or if in order for something to work, you would have to sacrifice what it is that you want, need, and desire. And that's a tough pill to swallow, right? And when we talk about chop wood just means doing nothing. Don't make any big decisions this week from the 17th to the 24th. It's best for you not to right now. And we have as the center card, never-ending story. So for many of you, I just feel like this is sort of a cyclical energy. If you're single, you're in this space where you're like, not again kind of thing. I've been in this, space before. Or you might be in this space where you're in a relationship and you can't seem to get in front of something. You're feeling like if you're going to be in the relationship and have it work, you're going to end up having to sacrifice something that really matters to you in order for it to be successful. You're very heavy in this space, but the energy is recommending not to pull the trigger, not to make any big sweeping decisions right now, but just try to continue formulating what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're thinking about this particular situation. You know, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past coming into this energy. And this is a very auspicious energy, really, for any area of your life, right? It's about happiness and contentment. Keeping within the realm of a relationship read, though, remember, Pentacles means mental, physical, emotional connection, right? And being happy and content in the past. This is in the past, right? Getting what you really wanted, achieving what it is that you wanted, right? You really did believe that you were in the space of having what it is that you wanted. Now, currently, we have the King of Swords working with the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords is about focusing on the mind rather than the heart to take charge of your circumstances. This is being very logical, right, about a situation. And then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse is really about a new start and recovery and forgiveness and moving on from something and being just very sort of like, okay, it's sort of like saying, pick yourself up by the bootstraps and don't allow that to be an issue for you yourself anymore. We're not robots. Obviously, there's going to be some healing required here. But what I see here energetically is you being very in your mental realm, not allowing your heart to rule the show, and you coming into this space where you are ready and willing to have a new start. You're ready to have to find forgiveness, and you're ready to just kind of move on. Now, whether this is with that same relationship that you're having the challenges, the never-ending story with, or even if you're alone, Leo, and you're in this space where you're like maybe in between relationships and you're just making the decision that whatever happened in the past, you're going to forgive it. Doesn't mean you're going to forget, doesn't mean you're going to go back to that person, but it's more of a forgiving to release. Release yourself, right, from the sort of bondage of anger, of bitterness, of why something didn't work out. Not so easy to do, right, for sure. But I do feel like that particularly we have this Hierophant energy. Now, the Hierophant is a marriage energy, and this is the crowning energy, and it's the best to be achieved. And so this is about focusing on the sacred, really, within your relationship. You know, it is. It's marriage, committed partnerships, and celebrating that sacred. But it's a very emotional time, emotional connection, emotional development. And this is also about understanding that within connection, there are particular expectations. And there's a particular way that you need to conform, that you need to be. There's a certain way that you need to be in relationship. Now, not only you, but it's also okay for you to say, well, hey, you know what, I have certain needs, you know, and certain expectations of you and of this relationship. And you being okay to share them is very important, that you do share them. And then we have the Sun. The Sun is a beautiful energy. Really, it's about growing a beautiful connection. Now, some of you may even be in a space of going away on vacation and just reconnecting. I almost get an energy where it's like, things were really good and then they weren't so good, right? You guys had a very hard period and you guys are trying to turn over a new leaf. Some of you are going to be going away and trying to find each other again, as they say, or at least trying something. If you can't go away, it's at least finding each other again through healthier communication, maybe going through counseling or whatever it is. But there's something here that is actively happening. But underneath the surface here, Leo, I do feel like you're very introspective. You're very introspective because this is about a Hermit energy in relationship is very much a problem-solving energy, right? Now, if you are alone, it's because you're feeling that whatever you were involved in up to this point, it hasn't really been meant for you. You're realizing it now, and it's time to do a lot of work on yourself. So this is going to be like a lot about thinking about your past experiences so that mistakes aren't repeated in the future. Now, if you are in a relationship, then it's time to invest more energy and work to smooth over any issues that need addressing. and you can't like sidestep anything anymore. You can't do it alone, right? You can't do it alone, and the cards are telling us that you can't do it alone, because then you got the Lover's energy, and this is an external energy that's impacting you. So this can be your partner, or this could just be the energy and the reality that's surrounding you right now. And we get the Lovers, it really is about choice, right? It's about choosing to try to work on the relationship, but recognizing, first of all, that there are problems. You have to know that, and understanding that together, and that you're both going to work on it equally so, right? Equally and together. Now, for those of you who are single, this is a message to love yourself first and release any blocks so that you can manifest the right relationship when the time is right. Okay? If you happen to be alone in this Hermit energy. You know, some of you just may sort of be between energies where it's like, you know, because we have this Hierophant, the Sun. This is about like really, there's some sort of like healing that wants to happen here, but you're very in your mind, very in your head about it. And that's not really easy for a Leo, because you guys are fire, your passion, right? Your passion, your romance. So to throw a lot of like, to throw swords on that, it's like, don't feel that, think this way. That can be really challenging. All right, I'm just going to say this because I'm feeling it. I feel like a lot of you are in a situation where you're really trying very hard to fix something, but in private, you don't feel like it's really working. I don't know if it's that you feel like you're needing to play some sort of mind game with yourself, talk yourself into something. It's like you're going through all of the steps in order to fix something, but yet you're feeling like something just doesn't feel right here. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse as your block position. So, I mean, this is about moving on and forgiveness and hope returning and recovering. So I just feel like something happened here, and you're trying so hard to go through in your mind, go through the forgiveness, go through the steps. This is what I'm supposed to do. In the Hierophant energy, I have this expectation. I'm supposed to do that. If I do this, this, and then this, if we go to couples counseling, and maybe if we go away and we speak very openly and we share, I'm going to start feeling better. I'm going to be able to move on from something. But that's how you're having a hard time with this. There's a hard time feeling this sense of hope, feeling this sense of recovery. This is very internal, very psychological. At the end of the day, Leo, I feel like you are confused, because this is all about negotiations, right? Needing to make a decision regarding this situation. There's more than one situation at play here. And the thing is, you're feeling a definitive sense of lack, either in the relationship, the way you guys communicate, the intimacy, something there. And you need to decide, but I feel like there's another energy here. Dare I say, doesn't have to be, okay? It could be between, you know, being with a person and being single, or being with this person or that one. It doesn't have to be another person, but there are definitely these two situations, and there's this sense of lack that's pushing you to make this decision. But look at this. Yeah, Leo, look. I mean, we have the Four of Cups. This is like restlessness, boredom, apathetic. You know, feeling kind of like, for those of you who are in a long-term relationship, you might just be really bored. You might need a little bit of something spice in there. Small changes go a long way here for sure. You know, a little romance in there. For those of you who aren't in that long-term kind of situation, there's a restlessness here. There's a boredom. For those of you who are single, you may even feel disillusioned right now. Like, am I ever going to meet the right one? Am I ever going to meet anybody that I'm really happy with? But the thing is this. This does also indicate that there's a need to heal some past unhealed issue. And again, small changes go a long way. Something's not healed, either within you, within them, within both of you, within, you know, just the relationship. I'm almost feeling like some of you, it's going to resonate with some of you, where you're almost trying to, I'm not going to say ignore the elephant in the room, ignore the past pain and the past hurt. It's like, It happened. It was talked about. Now, if you guys are trying to move forward past it, so you don't want to talk about it again, because that won't be healthy, right? Wrong. No, if something's bothering you, it's illogical to think just because you talk about something from the past that it's done. I always say we're onions with legs. We're not robots. These things have to slough off of us over time in layers. Things. So you might need to revisit something, to talk about something again, to have a meeting of the mind, or you may be in a space where you don't even really want to bother. I'm almost feeling a lack of, I'm saying apathy, but it's like you're thinking, you're not doing anything, you're sort of stuck in this, same old thing. Such a sense of almost like, it's almost like deadness, like lack of motivation, lack of passion, lack of desire. It's like you want it so much. You may have had it at one point because you have that Ace of Pentacles, like that. You just really want this other new beginning. You want it to be more than what you have right now, and you're just feeling very bored. I'm not going to give you any advice here from the cards, other than I think chop wood and the thinker are good enough here. Don't do anything this week. This is only 1 week, but I do feel like a lot of you are feeling that this week. You're trying. You guys are trying to be real troopers in the relationship, trying to do the right thing, but the heart wants what it wants, and it feels like it's like your desire is not squaring well with your reality. It does seem like here. Okay, for career, take off your masks. Say what you mean. Unleash your creativity. Very nice. Good. Now, this doesn't have to only do with career. This could be any financial situation that you are involved in right now. Anything at all. So this could be a divorce settlement. It could be a lawsuit. Any sort of investment, dealing with a business partner, business opportunity. I don't know if I said inheritance, but inheritance, I forget. Retirement, and or your career, anything like that. So take off your mask. What does that mean? It means that you're doing one thing, but you're kind of feeling called to do something else. But the thing is, sometimes masks are very healthy to wear when we don't have things fully figured out, right? So you may be in this space where you're trying to figure out what it is that you really want to do. Unleash your creativity. So you may be in this space where you're trying to really kind of crystallize where it is that you want to go. And say what you mean. It's because I'm getting this very sort of two-sided energy where you're saying one thing, you're putting one thing out there, but you're feeling something else. I almost feel like you guys are the energy of creativity, right? You're the landlord of the 5th house of creativity. So I do feel like you want to do something that you might almost feel a little trepidatious to put that thought out there, or to do something different. It might be the kind of thing where it's like, I want to do this, but I'm not sure. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy if I want to do that. But the cards are saying, do it. Do it. Take your mask off. Say what you really feel. Unleash your creativity. Go after it, whatever it is. Not taking a chance. Ooh. Yes. Ace of Pentacles. Final outcome. Fabulous is that. So we have the 7 of Pentacles coming in, being super patient, hardworking, potential for success, saying, all right, you know what, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But whatever you were doing, you didn't give up, you're not giving up, you're almost there, your future self is going to thank you. You might have been dealing, though, with some challenging energies as far as feeling like things are coming together for you. That could definitely happen here. Now, let's keep in mind, let's just go back. Mercury in Taurus, Sun in Taurus, 10th house for you guys, okay? You're thinking things very, very carefully, very carefully. You're going to be very deliberate in your communication. You're going to be very connected to the world of the 5 senses. You're going to be connected to creativity, right? Because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is very creative energy. So we have the King of Pentacles, and it's working with the Emperor. So the King of Pentacles really is about making the most of your assets for sure. Now, some of you may be in a space where either you or you're dealing with an energy who's actually really generous and hardworking and committed to something, but they don't have any patience, or you don't have any patience for anyone looking to take what's yours. So particularly in any sort of like business situation, any sort of legal situation, you may be in this space where it's not that they're bad people, it's not that energy, but it's somebody who is just not going to have, if they feel like something is theirs, or if you feel like something is yours and you're dealing with some sort of financial situation, you're not going to have any patience for anybody who's looking to come in and take what's yours. This is really, you're in a space where you really want to make the most of things. Be smart with your money, make the most of your talents, gifts, and abilities, all of that. We have the Emperor energy, which is all about leadership. It's a leadership energy. So this is a very nice energy when it comes to career, finances, getting organized, balance found in your work, or any kind of money matters, situations at work, or what with inside of whatever this financial situation is, are fair, right? But the thing is here, if what you're doing doesn't motivate you, if it doesn't really speak to you, you may be pushed to do something because you may end up feeling stifled, right? This could certainly be this kind of energy as well. The Emperor is the leadership energy. It's Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. It's like, come on, let's go. Woo! I'm not afraid of anything. Let's go. And, so if you're in something that's not driving you, that's not making you feel excited, this is really something that you might need to understand. You're more focused on making the most out of what you bring to the table. And a lot of you may be in the space of feeling very motivated to change into something else, right? Be more honest and authentic about what it is that you want. I like that we have the Wheel of Fortune here, because this is all about, taking a chance. It's Jupiter energy. So when it comes to career, this is about, this is luck. This is being able to move yourself forward. Good news coming in. You just want to make sure that you prioritize what's being asked of you and really exercise integrity while you're doing this, because you have to understand that whatever's happening right now in your world, Leo, is very fated, because it's Jupiter, and Jupiter is always in a very intimate dance with karma and fate. So something is happening here. And then we have the beautiful Ten of Pentacles as the foundation. So this is really nice. Maturity, deepening of commitment, deepening of communication, shared values. This could have to do with increased property. Excellent for anything if you're in some sort of business connection. Excellent for any kind of investment, really good for investment. Any sort of positive development as far as a settlement within family. So we're talking about inheritance, anything having to do with legacy, the maturity of something. This could indicate like retirement, anything like that, and it going quite well. And then we have the Page of Swords here as you. So Page of Swords is some sort of useful information coming in, and you're going to be getting help from people around you to further your ambition. So this could be a really positive contract coming in regarding a job or any other kind of agreement, at all. But make sure you're really tapping into your intelligence. You guys are very smart. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but this is what I'm seeing for you right now, which is really nice. And the external energy that's impacting you is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, very motivated energy. Being a free spirit, Cancer and Leo, really nice energy. So really great time to express your ideas, go after what it is that you want, say what you mean, take off your mask. Yes. Don't allow, you may be in this space where the general energy surrounding you regarding some sort of financial situation, don't allow the idea of something needing to be perfect get in your way. There's no such thing. You might have to bend a little bit. It doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice, but don't allow this idea of perfectionism to get in the way. Either where you feel like you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not young enough, you're not old enough, you're not whatever it is enough, or maybe some sort of contract comes in or some sort of agreement, and you being too tripped up on the idea that maybe it's not perfect, but maybe it's really awesome. And it's exactly kind of like what you need. Do you know what I mean? So this could be an offer like coming into, to you that you're going to need to. But it's going to end up being a very beneficial thing. I don't see it being a problem. I see it being quite the opposite. Now, the challenge here for you is the Knight of Swords energy. And, you got to be careful of this in reverse, in the block, right? Because this is like expect the unexpected. This could be a very unsettling energy for sure. Underlying conflicts coming out, things being exposed. This could be really... This could just be simply a concern of yours, quite frankly, because it's in your psychology position, which is like, this is like your psychological block. So you may be in this space where you are maybe expecting things to go badly. Some of you may be dealing with an energy like this, and it's a block. You just you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know. Maybe you're dealing with a lawsuit. Maybe you're dealing with a family member, having to do with either maybe an inheritance or some sort of, selling a family business or something like that, and you feel like the person that you're dealing with maybe doesn't have your best interests, or they're struggling with other things and they're just sort of not in this healthy mind space, and that could be your challenge. But we have, as the near future, we have the Queen of Wands energy. So this is you stepping into your power, right? And you're going to have the strength that you need to make things happen in a way that's going to end up benefiting you, which is very, very good. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is really nice. This is, this is a new offer, a new job, something new, auspicious for sure, having to do with happiness and contentment, getting what you desire, money coming to you quickly, or you at least being shown how to achieve what it is that you want, right? Because this is really about achieving this foundation of stability. And a really nice energy. I really like how this looks for you, Leo. It does look like, though, you're going to be struggling with either a challenging personality and or some sort of fears and vulnerabilities regarding something. So, I'm just with that in mind, I'm looking back at the oracles. Unleash your creativity, say what you mean, take off your mask. Some of you may be feeling like you're walking on eggshells with somebody, you know what I mean? Where you're not really saying exactly what it is that you mean. You just don't want to upset the boat. You want to sort of see how things are going. But it's time to do that. It's time to take more control of a situation, is what I'm seeing here for a lot of you, if you're dealing with somebody like that in the workplace or with any sort of situation. So I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.